What do you want to order? I'll follow you. In other words, I'll have the same as you. Hot dog. Hot dog. Mustard. Mustard. French fries. French fries. Ketchup. Ketchup. Coke. Coke. Okay, a hot dog, mustard, French fries, ketchup, Coke. Pepsi. Pepsi. I hate Coke. I want Diet Pepsi. Italy? Italy? Here in Indiana, it also means Pepsi. Hamburger. Hamburger. Wow, I've changed my mind. I want a hamburger, ketchup, mustard, pickle. Are you having 2 or 1 hot dogs? One is enough. Have you seen your mother lately? The sign which we have called up to now can be used to mean lately. To call on the telephone. To repeatedly call on the telephone. To repeatedly call on the telephone. Lately, no. I miss my mother. She always is calling me. Am I right? Does your mother live in Indianapolis? Yes. Notice that Janine makes the sign yes and also nods her head. You have seen this sign to mean to take off or to leave quickly. This sign can also be used figuratively when talking about something like a phone bill, meaning the phone bill has really gotten high. The telephone bill has gotten high. Calling long distance. Wow, the phone bill must be really high. You may occasionally see the sign which means to say no, used to mean none or zero. For example, no charge. You would be less likely to be misunderstood if you sign it this way. No charge. No, at my mother's work, there's a telephone hotline. There is no charge. You're lucky. You're good at talking on the phone. Yes. How? A hearing aid. Hearing aid. To teach. To teach and teach. I can hear some. Also, I have a hearing aid. When I was small, my mother taught me and taught me. Also, I practiced at the Deaf Institute, and then later I was skilled at it. That's wonderful. You can use the telephone. Many deaf people can't. In relaxed conversation, you may see the sign to hear like this. To hear. Some phrases from English are borrowed and fingerspelled, such as at all. At all. Right, it really varies. I know one man, he can't hear at all, but he can talk okay. Office. Office. His office has 2 telephones. Someone telephones and the man picks up a phone, and the secretary picks up a phone, and the man says hello. Notice that Janine uses the left side of her body to show the man using the phone and the right side to indicate the secretary holding the phone. A sign which means to keep listening or to keep getting information through your ears. To keep listening or to keep getting information through your ears. The other person speaks. The secretary holds the phone and keeps listening and interprets everything. The man looks at her. When the secretary is finished, the man speaks again. Realize. You have seen this sign before with another meaning, reason. Many people don't realize he is deaf. The basic form of the sign, deaf. An emphatic form of the sign, very deaf. That's groovy, but many really deaf can't hear enough. A hearing aid doesn't make any difference. They can't use the telephone. An amplifier on a telephone. A telephone amplifier. An amplifier on the phone still doesn't help. They must use a TTY or MCM. You're right, but they're expensive. That's right. About $400 or $500. The sign dollars was not used, but in the context of talking about expense, you can assume that dollars are being talked about. Next year. Next year. I want to buy one. Maybe next year I can afford it. Hot dog. Mustard. French fries. Ketchup. Coke. Hamburger. To call and call on the telephone. Zoom or take off. Hearing aid. To teach and teach. Office. To keep listening or getting information through your ears. Realize. Really deaf. An amplifier on a phone. Next year.